Hey, what's going on, guys? Back down in the basement, gonna work on the X-Wing helmet. I got Dot here to help me. You're awfully quiet. She normally doesn't shut up. Oh, there she goes. Anyway, the X-Wing helmet. I need to do some sanding, which is never my favorite thing because it's just tedious and it's not fun to shoot and edit. It is not fun to watch. So I actually think I'm going to spare you guys. I'm going to do a little bit of editing magic here and probably just not even record sanding because it's just, you know. Anyway, other things that need to happen. There's some like chipping. There's another spot right there. I got some like some bondo that I'm going to be putting down on the surface. Stay. And that is going to be kind of what I'm going to use to kind of smooth in some of those things. And I need to actually check on the kit to see what the little blocks here that go on the side that I have to pull off. I might actually have to cut these out now. These guys right here. And see if they cover up the holes from the ones I had to remove because they were the incorrect ones. Incorrect shape and everything. So might cut those out and see if they will completely cover the holes that are, you know, right here. If not, then I gotta fill some holes, which, you know, I can do. That's fine. Anyways, that's the plan. That's the idea. Sanding, filling, not the most exciting stuff, but I might get to painting. I can't promise that. That might be the next video. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get to. Let me take a quick guesstimate on those blocks. All right, I think it will cover these 5 for sure, but this one I'm not quite sure. I mean, it's kind of there, so I don't know. Yeah, anyways, I gotta sand. I need to sand down all the chipping. Like I said before, that's a bad spot. There's some around this hole, and then there's like spider web cracks all through the paint. I don't know if that picks up. It's very faint, but just want to get it, rough it up. And then we're gonna clean it, and we're gonna put down a little bit of bondo in places where it needs it. Alright, the sanding is done for now. Next up is bondo glazing putty. This is just because there's some kind of deeper areas and those hairline cracks and stuff like that. I kind of want to fill that stuff in, smooth them out. Some of the chips have a little edge that it didn't want to sand down, so I'm going to see if I can kind of fill them in. And some of the holes have edges that are a little jagged that I can try to smooth out. Anyways, I'm going to put some of this down. I gotta let it dry up and cure, so it'll probably be tomorrow because I probably won't get back to it after I put down the putty. So, yeah, putty time. All right, I'm gonna let that cure up. Doesn't really take that long, but I gotta go do other things, so I have to come back to that so I can do a little bit of sanding, and then we'll just probably hit it with spray paint. Maybe. Oh, I gotta cut out those things. I'll do that tomorrow. All right, it's been a day or two. Couldn't get to it for a couple days. Math. It's dried up, ready to be sanded and smoothed out again. I think we've got everything pretty well covered, at least good enough, because this thing is going to get all weathered and grodied up anyway. So yeah, I got some sanding to do, more sanding. It is much prettier, much smoother. I still got to do a little finding on if some of these holes, like along the back edge. I think this one we're going to keep because I think that's one that the headset attached to, one of the points where it attached to, but I don't recall what these are, so I'll have to look that up. I think that was a strap that was like the chin, like under chin strap. I think that's where it attached, so I might not need that. There's one on each side, so I might have to fill those in, which I don't really have a thing to do that with, but I don't want to just fill it with putty, so maybe I'll see if I got something. Maybe I can, I don't know, combination of bondo and some sort of fibrous material to fill it in. Yeah, so this is pretty much prepped for paint at this point, but I need to see if these holes are going to be covered by that little side clasp. So I've got to cut that little block out and see if it's going to cover all of them. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered. I have like a little block that's kind of like the mold piece for that over here in the box. Let me get that. So, not really. So I think this hole becomes just like a bump that you see there. And this hole that was back here also is a bump. So we can replace that with some hardware, like, you know, screws. That way we get a little bit more used, you know, in real world sort of look. So that's cool. Those are the two that I was worried about, because all these other holes, that's all ram's horn. And then this one is for the radio, but it's going to be probably covered up by the Mohawk. So not worried about that hole. Alright, so this block is a lot smaller. It's only got like, you know, 2 indentations for, I guess, screws or something, whereas the block on here, there are 3. So it only takes up, you know, 2/3 of the area that it should. So I still think I'm going to have to cut this piece out. Yeah. And this whole thing is curved, so I think I would use the bandsaw. I'm not sure that I could get it in the thing. And I gotta be careful because I don't want to damage anything I might need later. Okay, I'm gonna try to cut one of these out and fix, at least loosely cut it, you know, the area, and then I might use the sander. Yeah, I'll use the sander to kind of clean it up, trim it up, make it pretty. Well, no turning back now. Yeah, this is going to be interesting because there's not going to be a whole lot left of this. Because I'm going to cut the Mohawk off, which is a lot of it. So it's just going to be like a little piece here. Interesting. But I got the piece I need, or most of it. I didn't want to try to cut too sharp because, well, it's a bandsaw and doesn't do right angles very well. But I just wanted to give myself a little breathing room. But I feel like it's pretty good. I got fairly close. I'm going to try to trim it up just a little bit and see if it's going to kind of fit and cover what I need. I feel like that's the only way I'm really going to know is if I get one of these cut out and fit it on there. I'll probably just need to cut both of them out and fit them on there because the holes technically could be in different places on either side. You know, these things were handmade, so they very likely are not perfectly symmetrical. So, yeah, let's get to some more cutting and grinding. one hole that won't be covered. That I'll put hardware in. Also, another thing I'm kind of debating on is when I want to cut out the mohawk. I'm tempted to put the mohawk together on what is left of the two halves, even though I've cut the side pieces out. The mohawk piece is all still there. So maybe but the thing is, like, if I assemble it now, then it's like, how do I cut it? Because I could run it through the bandsaw pretty easily right now. And I don't know that it would be easier to assemble the mohawk. Actually, I don't know that it would make much difference, because it might be easier. Anyways, I'm going to put that off for another video, probably the next video. It's going to be, yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do in the next video, because I think I kind of want to get it done and kind of ready to fit onto the helmet. Yeah, so I need to get this taken off, because if I have to stretch it, bend it any little bit, then I need it off of this. So if I assemble the mohawk, then it becomes rigid and it becomes a lot harder to work with. So yeah, next video I'm going to cut the mohawk and put it together and like fit it onto the helmet. Not permanently attach it, but it's going to be fitted on there. I should probably just drill the holes to attach it, but then I don't have the visor on. But I could put the visor on, the ram's horn visor. A lot of little things to juggle. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Check out my blog, propchopshop.com. I don't feel like I've talked about it for a long time because I haven't done anything with it in a long time. Maybe I'll carve out some time to try to work on it. I'm still super busy, so maybe not. No promises, guys. Yeah, and then you can hit me up on the RPF. You can hit me up on Facebook. You can hit me up on YouTube comments if you're so inclined. If there's any links to anything like that I used, like for instance the bandsaw, I'll throw a bandsaw. Link to the bandsaw that I have, or one similar, or the grinder. I'll throw those as affiliate links down in the comments. If you click on those and you buy something, I get a tiny little kickback. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Kind of nice. And then, yeah, that's going to be it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.